This is the 2023 GMC Canyon Denali 4-wheel drive, and I've been waiting for this for a very long time because I just adore the way this thing looks. Anyway, obviously the Denali is the top trim level in terms of luxury. In terms of pricing, there's also the AT4X, which is more money and is the off-road animal with the Multimatic DDVSV, whatever it's called, dampers. But this one is posh. Prices in Canada for the Denali start at $62,529. This one here, as tested, is just under $69,000. And the US prices start at $52,500 US. And the Denali is about $10,000 more expensive than the base trim level, the Elevation. Under the hood, you get a very good 2.7-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine that makes 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission with automatic 4-wheel drive. It also has 4 high, 4 low, and 2 high. It has a limited slip differential on the back, 340 mil front brakes, 337 mil rear brakes. It's 5.4 meters long, and it weighs 2.2 tons. For the off-roaders, which will never do that to this Denali, but anyway, the approach angle is 33.3 degrees, the departure angle is 22 degrees, and the breakover, the ramp angle, is 20.8. This thing can tow 7,700 pounds, which is 3.5 tons, and the payload is 617 kilograms, or 1,360 pounds. Pedal to the metal, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes in 7.8 seconds, or 0 to 60 comes in 7.3. Performance overall is fantastic. I have zero complaints for the drivetrain. The transmission is smooth and it knows what to do. There's no any jerkiness. It's a very, very nice drivetrain. The motor is elastic. It has power from down low. It doesn't get too loud when you gun it. It gets grunty, but it doesn't get annoyingly loud. Performance is, pulling power is great for something especially this heavy and this not very aerodynamic. Today is also very windy, so keep that in consideration for the performance results. And it's not too thirsty regarding fuel. On average, we've used 12.5 liters per 100 kilometers, and of course that is regular unleaded. So if you're looking for a pickup truck that's not very expensive to run, well, here you go. 100 to 0, the brakes are very good and strong. It came to complete stop in 42 meters, and there's no feel on the brake pedal for the ABS, just an indication on the cluster that the ABS is active. Ground clearance in this Denali is 267 millimeters, or 10.5 inches, so more than adequate for your daily clearance requirements. The bed is a good size. Obviously this is a compact pickup truck, so it's nothing humongous, but it has anchors and it has a plug and it has lights, so everything you really need. The truck is also equipped with a really good camera, so you get all these different angles, which is really cool. Inside, the driving position is actually fantastic. I'm really comfortable here, and the seats are actually also very comfortable. The dash is beautiful, especially in this Denali trim level. It has nice leather and laser etched trim wood stuff, and the majority of the plastic surfaces are hard, but it's a pickup truck. It's not a freaking Benz in here. I love everything about it. Technology is great. It has a really beautiful instrument cluster with different views. The infotainment is Google enabled, so it has all the Google Maps and whatever the news. Of course, it supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is fantastic. And it has lots of information here for like trip computer to monitor everything and off-road stuff. So everything is fantastic. No complaints. You get heated seats, heated steering wheel. Unfortunately, nothing for the back guys other than a USB port and vents. You do have a nice sunroof. And of course, you have the Who Farted button that you press this and all the windows open at the same time. And then you have to close them from the door. My God, it's windy outside today. Whew. Anyway, it has a Bose sound system, which is really loud. Like so loud that I would love to have a decibel meter to see how loud it gets. It's not really, you can't really listen to it that loud because your ears really hurt, but it is very loud. Regarding roominess, front passengers have lots of room and plenty of little areas to put their stuff, which is cool. People in the rear will be very happy with legroom and headroom, but if you're carrying stuff inside the car, like backpacks or whatever, you will very quickly run out of room. So it's highly recommended you get the folding tonneau cover, hard or soft, whatever you like, and use that as a trunk. On the road, the Canyon Denali is very comfortable. The suspension soaks up all the bumps the way it should, and it's very imposing, and it feels nice and big on the road, and you have a commanding view. It's very nice to drive. The steering has very good weight to it. It feels like an SUV, really. It doesn't feel like pickup truckish at all. It's quiet, refined. I really like this ride. And you know what? Handling wise, it's not bad at all. I mean, obviously it's not a sporty vehicle, but you know what? It does turn, and it does hold the road, and it has plenty of traction in the rear axle. Like, you'll hardly ever spin any wheels, even in two-wheel drive mode. So, you know what? It is a very nice truck to drive. My wife also drove it. She liked it a lot. The lights at night are fantastic. You can see everything. And honestly, handling is fantastic. It doesn't lean in too much. It's peppy enough. Again, it's not a sports car, but you hit any bump, you turn, lean is nicely controlled. It's very uneventful, so very good. Now, in this category, we have things like the Frontier, the Ranger, the Tacoma. The new Tacoma is going to come out soon, and the 24, if it's not out already by the time you're watching this, that's also going to have a new turbo engine. So the stakes are high here in this category, but for now, this Canyon is really upping its game because it has a modern drivetrain, a very nice interior, steep pricing still. And you know what? The only other negative thing I have to say about it is outside the trim around the windows. Look at this hideous little cap. I don't know why it's like almost coming off. It's just so weird. I guess typical GM, they have to disappoint you in something. But otherwise, it's a very, very, very nice truck. I love it a lot. Overall score, I'll give it a 8.5 with all my heart. The only reason it's a little bit far away from perfect is the pricing. Because if this was like, let's say, 10 grand cheaper, I would really love it. But I understand everything is getting expensive nowadays, so what are you going to do? This is no exception. Love, love, love the Canyon. And you know what? I love the exterior design. The exterior design, it's like, you remember the Toyota, the Hilux or whatever it was called, T100, that Marty McFly had at Back to the Future, like at the very end, that really good-looking Toyota. This is the equivalent of that Toyota. It has that cool factor on the road. Everybody looks at it. And for that reason, hats off to GM. That's all for today with the Canyon Denali 4-wheel drive, or 4x4, whatever. I hope you liked this video. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Perfect.